That's my world with these things. So I'm very cautious all the time.
Me too. No, I won't do that. What I would do, if we design a website, we can have a banner with all the sponsors on. That sort of thing. That's how far I will go with that.
Exactly.
Actually, I have goosebumps now. But not us, changing us.
Exactly.
Can we start?
Just testing for now.
It's beautiful. Beautiful. Remember who you are.
Remember who you are. Life review.
Today we're going to talk about life review. Shall we start?
I think so.
Yeah. Not today, we just start. I like to start and talk about what we're going to talk about and then an introduction. So that we grab the attention first and I say to them, who are these people? And then and then talk again. Then we give the body. So when I speak, it's like the hook, the introduction, then my introduction, and then the body about what are we talking about, and then the outcome.
Do we start maybe with a question then? For them? The question that they would ask that we are going to answer?
Yeah, we can do that. What shall we ask? What shall the question be?
What would life review answer?
Where are you at in your life at the moment?
I love that. Because nowadays people are quick to jump to do review for businesses.
You're not on camera. That's why.
They do review for businesses, but still they never do review for themselves. They did handle the situation at the restaurant or at the place before they write their review.
Yes.
So sometimes the review can be like what you see is what you get.
Yes.
We are all mirrors.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just kind of like a satisfaction. You want to have a place where you can release, a place where you can feel like you've been heard,
Yes.
a safe place. And unfortunately, people are abusing the review nowadays.
Yes.
And it can be our own review. How do we review ourselves?
Yes.
Are we review ourselves according to the standard of the society or according to what we feel? As you said, the feeling.
Yeah.
It's important to
we are.
create and we put it in the frequency
Yeah.
and everyone can tap into.
Yeah.
So the review, it's more about being in touch with your inner child,
Yes.
about love, honesty and respect.
Absolutely. It builds relationships. It says here. So this is the story. Life review. Take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is unresolved. So this is a discussion that we're going to have, right?
Yes.
And then music in the background and music and just so that they can see what we're talking about. It's
Yes.
like a fireside chat.
Okay.
Because I don't want to do, it just comes to me when you just spoke,
Yes.
that it mustn't be like a teaching, it must be like a fireside chat. Because the one company that I contacted, I said that we conduct roundtable conversations. So where people sit around the table, if we go into a company and we say, what's your view about your life? Where are you at the moment? Let's help you, or let's guide you, or let's tell you a story. So it's a storytelling, motivational, not, you can't motivate, inspiring people to be the better version of themselves.
That's true. But since this is an introduction
Yes,
of our intention,
yes,
it would make more sense to direct it almost like a part of the teaching
Okay.
of saying we are introducing
yes,
our views, because especially the example that you gave of the meeting that
Yeah.
you had. She said, I want to know what you've learned from about the inside. So that information
yes.
is what we are here to offer
Okay.
in the space. So we almost have to introduce that before we
Yes.
expect it to be a conversation.
So I will speak like I'm speaking at an event.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. We are here today to talk to you about life review. Where are you at in your life at the moment? Whether you're a director, a leader, a founder, an employee, doesn't matter. We're all the same. But we are in reset at the moment due to the changes that we collectively experienced in the last 3 years, which changed us. And now we need to realign with who are we truly from the inside, so that we can really step up and use our gifts and not just exist and not just be who we think we should be, but truly be our best version of ourselves.
Review our lives.
So that is life review, review your life. So we are talking to you today about this. We are transformational agents, speaking at companies and events to people to inspire them and to ignite the fire in their heart to go within and start to be who they truly are, because that is the most powerful place for all of us to be. And that's the only way we can create change in the world, is when we are who we are. But most people do not know who they are. Do you know who you are? When you're part of a company and you're an employee or you're a leader, because your identity shifts to your position and your skills. And as a former director of a company, when I went through trauma, I found that I've lost my personal identity and I had to find myself again. And therefore, life review is so important. Where are you at in your life at the moment? Most people feel overwhelmed, anxious, scared, fearful, depressed, because we get bombarded with negativity all the time in the media. And therefore, when you go inwards and you start to rather tap into your inner strength and know who you are, the outside world won't affect you that much. You will feel more centered, you will feel more grounded, and you will be in your purpose. So you will be inspired every morning when you wake up, and you will feel that you're contributing towards this world, no matter what you do. So life review gives you that opportunity, is to review your life, harvest your wisdom from the past, step into your gifts that you received that we hardly ever use because we confuse them with skills. And then reignite the fire in your belly, because you have to realign your self-esteem with a new vision of you in your future. More important is our relationships. How do we build our relationships from here on? We cannot build relationships at a deeper level when our heart is hardened from the past, when we focus on resentment and we focus on disappointment, we focus on hatred and unforgiveness. Those emotions fills up the heart, and therefore we cannot connect to people at the heart level because it's too full of negativity. We can only give what we've got. So imagine in a workspace where there's a lot of negativity, fear and toxicity, and people are scared that they're going to get fired all the time or the company's going to scale down. What if everybody does this exercise and really find their purpose in the company and build better and deeper relationships within the company, so the company becomes the community and not just a company, and therefore you're changing everything around, because the culture of the company is the heart of the performance of the people. Performance equals profit.
Exactly.
Life review.
Remember who you are. And have the courage to use your gifts. We don't have the courage to use our gifts for some or other reason. We think our gifts are not good enough. But our gifts are everything that's the driving force behind your skills. So the mindset and your self-esteem powers up your gift, and then that is what you contribute towards whatever you do. Doesn't matter what you do. An accountant's gift is figures. He loves figures. He understands figures much better than any one of us that's more creative. And that's more of a teacher personality. But he is the guardian of the company. He's the one that's set up the red flags when something goes wrong. He's the one who's warning them, don't spend, don't do that, don't do that. So his gift is just far more than figures. It's the guardian of the company. Because if you get an accountant that doesn't do that, before you know it, your company's in the red and nobody said a word. So then it's nearly too late to do anything about it. So he's the protector of the business of money. And therefore we all have a gift that we contribute towards our job that we do. And it's not the skills. The skills equip you to do the job. But your purpose is the most important driving force to do it properly, in layers. And that's what people miss. And I believe we are ready to shift the mindset and to reignite the fire within us that's been divorced at a young age, where we got programmed through the society, schools, church, to be who they expected us to be. So we always think that we're not good enough, because if you were not first in the class or you didn't do your best, you were treated like, try harder, you're not good enough. But they were not focused on you might have other gifts that you can contribute. That's not, and that it wasn't important for you to be the number one, but you might be the bright spark in the class. Therefore, I believe that we have been separated through conditional thinking, so that there's division, and they took over the mindset and the beliefs, leading to people feeling lost, not fitting in, not knowing what their purpose is. But if we go inward and we start to think about or look at what's your experience up to now, because that's wisdom. It's not lost. I find many people in business, when I speak to them, they say, I'm in this job for the last 5 years and I literally wasted 5 years because I really didn't enjoy it. I don't enjoy it, but I can't afford to leave it because I've got a house to pay and I've got schools to pay and so on. And my answer immediately is, you didn't waste your time. It's wisdom that you've gained that you can always use later when you step into your purpose. Because purpose walks next to us since birth. So we are born with purpose within us. But we're not skilled to do that. And people think they're born with the skills to do the purpose. No, I see it differently. You're born with a purpose. And purpose is always next to you wherever you go. You make your decisions. You might go off the road every now and then, but you always come back. Whatever you've done up to where you are now, whether you enjoyed it or didn't enjoy it, it doesn't matter. It acts as wisdom. And from here you can harvest your wisdom, step into your purpose, and then really do what you do the best that you can and enjoy every moment of it. And get paid for it.
At this point, I just want to maybe share with the people. I would like to do maybe a part of this as a story of who are you? How did you get to be doing this work at this point in your life and career? So maybe the story of you, just a quick 20 seconds, 30 seconds of the story of you. Maybe I can also share a little bit there, and you can maybe see what you can do with that as a story of.
I'm a former director of a top 10 company where I transformed unemployed truck drivers' mindset and the view of their value to the point where they became the highest paid truck drivers in the industry and they got permanent positions. That sparked the interest in me of transformation, human transformation and mindset. Then I lost my husband. And I was left with the question to myself, because I was a very successful director and always very successful in business. So my identity was this business person. But when I lost my husband, something tweaked in me. And one day in my heart sore, I sat there and I said, I am not this person. I remember when I was small, I was somebody else that I visioned for the future. And I want to know, what did I see and who I am? And that started my journey into finding me, I can call it like that. And that took me on a whole new journey of discovering who I am. So that's why I'm so passionate about it, because I walked the path. And I know I lost my identity, but when I started this path, and the most powerful question you can ask yourself is, who am I? I believe it opens a door in heaven that's showing you a piece of you that's totally sacred, and that door can never be closed. I've spoken to many people who ask the question, and their lives totally transformed and changed thereafter. You can never go back, because it's like you see yourself through a different lens. You see yourself in all the warts, the ugly, the good, the everything, and it gives you an opportunity to get rid of what's not working for you, to heal the past and the pieces that's holding you back and holding you hostage and enslaved in a very limited mindset. Like the drivers believed they were not good enough, and they believed they came from previously disadvantaged areas, so they're just a driver. And then I spoke to them and I said, you're not just a driver. First of all, you're a breadwinner. You look after a family. Second of all, you're driving a truck that's worth 10 million, if not more. How can you just be nobody? Not everybody can drive a truck that's worth 10 million. That's a huge responsibility, but it also takes skill. And that started a change in them. That made them realize there's value. So I saw the change when I saw the value that people realize they have. And that was the same for me. So since then I've been on a journey. I studied, I stumbled across metaphysical science, and it rang a bell for me. So I'm a doctor in metaphysical science, pranic energy healing, because I had to heal myself from my trauma. And mindset, I've been studying mindset for a very long time, because I've been a product of a very dysfunctional home when I was small. So I could have turned out many things. I had an alcoholic father, and I had a mother that was never happy. So I could have been like one of them, but at a very early age, I decided that's not going to be my life. And I remember the day I decided that. I was about 8, 9 years old. And I just refocused my life onto a different lifestyle. And that is why I know it's so beautiful when you take charge of your mind and you make a decision and you say, that is not who I'm going to become, but this is who I want to be. And you feed that energy. And that's why I'm so passionate about that.
Why Life Review? Why did you choose this title?
Life Review, I think, is very apt at the moment because we've all gone through a collective trauma in the last 2 to 3 years where everything in our lives changed. Nothing is the same anymore. Businesses are not the same. That will never be the same again because people changed. And this is where businesses are making a mistake because businesses think they're the business, but you're not the business without the people. So if you honor the change that happened in people and you realign your business at the moment, sit around the table and discuss, let's create a new vision for our company. Let's create a new mission for our company. Let's create new values for our company. And everybody takes part in that. They're all on purpose. It's a whole new drive and energy in your business, but also in your private life. Because it starts with us first. If you go to work in the mornings and you worry about the fight that you had with your husband or your wife, it impacts what you deliver, right? But you're also bringing that negative energy into the office.
True.
So if you start to redesign the culture of your company, you get your staff to come in the mornings, and the first 10 minutes they sit at their desk and they just meditate, quiet down, refocus on your day for today. What are your goals just for today? How much will that change the outcome in every business? So that's my passion. Tell us more about you.
I wish I was prepared with words as you were. I wish I could just put it in nice. I think I might need to redo that and we put that in the video so that I can put the words in the right way. All I know is I'm passionate about the music that I do. I'm passionate to contribute to the world with music and music production and the work that the music can do to all the things that all the different things that people are doing in the world, meaning productions, meaning conversations, meaning ways of touching people's heart, using music, but with words and work, if that makes sense. So I'm passionate about being part of well-being. I'm calling myself a well-being advocate these days. So my personal story is it has been over 20 years of performing and trying to make sense and trying to find balance between creating music, performing music, and earning a living and raising my son. And that fight brought me all the way to my knees, and when COVID came, I was pretty much on the floor and wanting to decide to just completely quit. I fell into depression. I fell into a very dark space of self-worth. But somehow something kept me around. And very recently, meeting someone like you and hearing from someone like you and the journey that you're taking felt very right to say, I need to participate to this. This is what it means to be a music performer contributing to well-being. Because it is being part, as if everybody, in my work, when I see people being well and looking well, I get fed too, I get better too, I get well as well. So as a well-being advocate, I feel like I'm in the right place with what I'm doing. I need to find the right way of putting this together so it makes sense.
That's lovely. But you are a soul transformer through your music. Because like I speak, my words are my sword. So how I present myself and how I speak touches people's lives. So that's why I'm passionate about keeping my heart open so that they can connect with me and the work that we do. And where you are touching not only the heart, but you are touching the soul. Because when we hear music, music is a universal language. It speaks to everybody.
Yes.
And when they listen to me, they might have words resonating with them. But when it's accompanied by the music, it makes them think. It sinks in. And that's why I love music so much with this work. This is transformational work at the soul level. This is giving people hope that there's more to them than what they thought there is to them. This is giving people hope of igniting the fire in their heart again, so that they wake up and they're happy. How many times a day do you see people that's really not happy? When you drive your car and you stop at the traffic light and you look at people around you and their faces are ready to explode, right? We need to bring that back. We need to give them hope. And we need to make them realize the world out there that's so mad is not the world in here. Doesn't need to be in here. And that's what our work can produce. So your music is extremely important because it's the glue. In the Chinese, it's the gold cement that we use in the cracks to bring everything together. Because we all have cracks, our hearts are broken. We've been disappointed. We've been let down. We've lost a lot. I've lost everything, all my personal belongings, all. The last bit was last year in the looting. So literally, everything, just a little bit of clothes I've got with me. From a person who had everything. So what is it saying to me? I often ask the question, what happened? How can I ever replace what I had? It was a lot. And then at the same time I get the answer, but look at you now. You are so much more than the car and the goods that you've lost. You don't need that to be great inside of yourself. That's the bonus. That's what we work for. That's nothing wrong with wanting that. But it's not my identity anymore. And that is the work that we do. And that's where your music comes in and speak to the soul.
I see you have angels here. Let me perform this song for you. I believe that you have someone that watches out for you. And I believe there is one out there that looks after me too. Everything there is in this life, they see what we say or do. It's so good to know everyone has an angel who watches them in life. Angel, your angel, shine your light on you. Angel, your angel, shine your light on you. Angels are here to give guidance to the matters of the soul and heart. Angels are here to be our eyes when we don't see, when we don't see. It's so good to know everyone has an angel who watches them in life. Angel, your angel, shine your light on you.
absolutely beautiful. So I want to invite our audience to take a very deep breath after this beautiful song. And just think about it for a moment. And then I want to tell you that it's time to spread your wings. Do not hold back. The timing is now to step into what you love to do. Step into your purpose. Don't let any of those negative memories and thoughts and beliefs hold you back. And love what you do. Life is so short. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, that was beautiful. Hey? Don't cut this video.
Yeah, that's the whole thing, eh?